Hey everybody, RW here. Just wanted to talk to you about another one of my hobbies. This one is doing model trains. Kind of just wanted to talk a little about what I'm trying to do here. This is supposed to be a exchange between CSX and BNSF. My prototype is the LCL, which is the Louisville, Cincinnati, LaGrange CSX line from Cincinnati to Louisville, Kentucky. So we're going to have some BNSF stuff on the line. It's going to be a theoretical interchange between BNSF and CSX. I know there's some interchanges up in Cincinnati, or not Cincinnati, but around Chicago and the Midwest. But I wanted to kind of pay homage to my grandfather, who was a track inspector for Burlington Northern. Now, anybody that knows trains knows that Burlington Northern and Santa Fe merged to become BNSF. So that's that. So we're going to start off with a Kato ES44 locomotive at my yard. It's kind of a small yard, but limited in space. And then some other industries that I have. I have what's going to be a coal plant there, and then I have the beginnings of my chemical plant over there, which makes plastic pellets. And then over here, I have an intermodal yard. You can see some of my containers already there. I've been working on the line, so I had to take all my most of my rolling stock off. But the exciting thing for me today to be talking about is I've included now my main line, and this is something I've wanted to do since I was a kid, and now I have the chance to do it. So I'm going to give you a little tour. So I'm going to use my NCE power cab here that I got right there from Roundhouse Trains in Louisville, Kentucky. Great group of guys. If you're into N scale, HO scale, they got just about everything that you need there. So we're going to go ahead and start my locomotive here, which seems a little bit slow at first because I got it speed matched with another locomotive. Bump it up just a little bit. Now, you can see him going around this little backside here, the back of the layout. And the exciting thing, and the thing that I've been working on this weekend, is what I call my main line. I got some Kato Unitrack doubles, and you can see he's chugging along. I built the shelves, and I'm going to be doing some scenery and stuff on here. But he's chugging away, and he is heading, that's right, into the next room. That is something I've wanted to do since I was a kid, so we're going to go in there and watch him come through. So you can see him rolling through. So I was a little apprehensive about this loop here because sometimes if you got a sharp loop and a long, like 89-foot rail car, like I've got on here, they have the tendency to derail. But I did some research, I did some work, and you can see there's no derailments. So he's coming around, he's still chugging along, and then he's going to go back through there into, or back onto the main line. Come in here. And the way this foam board is, you can actually hear him coming. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but you see him roll through, and he's just chugging along. I don't have his lights on because I'm just kind of testing them real quick. There'll be a, and you can see my bridge I've already laid out here. There's actually, on this split, I'm going to have a, I'll have like a little creek or a river. And you can see him rolling back into the exchange, or the interchange. And you can see I've started on some of my scenery. Got a church there, a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, painted for me. So I've got some trees here and a little bit of a mound of dirt that I made there. Or not dirt, but like a little hill. And he's just rolling along. So I got our ambiguous, or the kind of absolutely mandatory coal plant, chemical plant, and a intermodal yard, all on the same layout. There are other things. I do have a local freight that I'll run, but it's going to be kind of simulating industries off the layout. So I'm going to kind of expect the other room to be like Cincinnati, and that's where a lot of the stuff was coming from. So the interesting thing about the LCL is you'll see BNSF, you'll see CSX. I've also got an old B30 Tax 7, BNS or Burlington Northern, and I've actually got that consisted and speed matched with the CSX, so those will run together. But also on the LCL, you might see other things. You might see, I've seen in real life, I've seen Kansas City Southern, I've seen CSX. Norfolk Southern has a couple of yards in Louisville, Kentucky, and so you'll see some of them on there. And so it's a project. It keeps on going. And like and share the video, or just like the video, comment on it. Constructive criticism only. If you get ugly about it, I'm just going to delete you. I don't really care. But help me out a little bit. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you would like to see, and maybe if you wanted to see how I did a certain thing. I've poured some concrete here and things like that. So let me know, and I'll try to get back to you just as soon as I can.